Good morning, George Mason Elementary Knitters. How are you today? I hope you had fun in your classes. So today we're going to make a slip knot, and you're going to learn how to cast on again and to knit. So you're going to have a U with your yarn. You want this side here to be about as long as your hand. You're going to take the small side of the yarn and you're going to cross it over with the other side of the yarn. So you have a loop. Okay? So this side, this long side, is connected to the ball of yarn. What you're going to do is take the long yarn that's connected to your ball of yarn and bring it over the loop to make sort of like a pretzel. Now take your right hand and put your finger in the middle of the pretzel or the loop, and take your left hand and pick up the side and go under the loop and pick up that middle yarn. Take your right hand and pull. Some of you know how to make a slip knot, and it's okay to make it the way you know how. And if you want to teach your friend who's having a hard time, please do that. That would be great, but pay attention to the video as well. I don't want you to miss important parts. So you have your needles. I have my needles here. You want to take one needle and put it through the loop. So one tail is going to move the loop and one tail will not. So see how the small tail here, and I pull on it, it doesn't move the loop. And I pull on the other side, it moves the loop. It's different for everybody, so try an experiment and see which one moves your loop. Now that the loop's around the needle, you need to bring your second needle in, and the loop that has that's around a needle, put it in your left hand. Take the needle with nothing on it and place it in your right hand, and you're going to come in from the bottom. But watch how my fingers are holding the needle. So my thumb's always on the top, and my index finger and other fingers are on the bottom. Okay? So now what you're going to do is take the yarn that's connected to your ball, and you're going to wrap your right needle. Okay, we're going to cast on now. So pull the right needle back. See how you only have a little tip sticking through? And you're going to dip. And you have a new cast on. It's a loop, but it's your cast on. So you put it back on your left needle and take it off your right needle. And you only cast on the top needle. So what I did, it may have been a little fast for you, so let's try to slow it down. Take only the top loop each time you cast on. And this little tail gets in the way a lot, so I move it out of the way. So wrap your right needle, bring the needle back, and dip into the loop. Now you have a new loop, and you put it back on the needle. So what I normally say is, come in from the top loop. This is called get up in the morning. When I wrap it, I call it get dressed. Bring the needle back a little tiny bit, and then go out the door. See, I'm going into the loop. And go to school. When I put it on the needle, it's going to school. So again, get up in the morning, get dressed, go out the door, and go to school. So the yarn on your right needle never comes off your right needle until you go to school, because you're safe and sound at school. So I went too fast. So you get up in the morning. You can say it with me too if you want. Get dressed. Bring needle back a little bit so you have a little bit of needle sticking through. Go out the door. Oops. That happens sometimes. It's okay. Just pull. And go to school. So again, get up in the morning. Get dressed. Go to school. See, I'm going to the loop right there. There we go. Oh,